Let's move on to the Sunday Telegraph. And Sunak is to take action on woke policing. Steve, more strong messaging from our new Prime Minister.
Yeah, although it does seem that it's the newspapers adding in the word woke to this. Because it's a trigger word, isn't it? Some people hear it and go, oh, whatever you're talking about, I definitely hate it then because I know I hate woke. And that's the maths done in my head.
Luckily, it's not a word upon which we rely here at GBNews.
No. However...
I actually had to ask Andrew Doyle earlier today what it meant.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He said, beats me.
However, could you use it in a sentence? Yeah, but I don't know what it means. So he's decided he's backing, because of the results of the person who was in charge of Greater Manchester Police, who's turned it around. Now, the newspaper describes this person as anti-woke. And here's where it gets slightly, the water is muddied somewhat. The person is anti-woke. Famously made quotes saying things like, the only people I take the knee for is the Queen, God and his wife. I hope, is he in a controlling relationship? You're meant to have to do that.
What's he doing down there? Kneeling in front of his wife.
Oh, for the wife. I wondered which one you were. I don't know. I hope his kids never need a shoe tying, otherwise they can jog on, can't they? But he actually has...
Well, they can't. They don't have shoes on.
No, they'd fall over. It's a health and safety nightmare. It's a back-to-basics thing. So if you look at the policies he brought in, investigating every crime and putting bobbies on the beat, these are things that people have wanted. You don't even need to drop the word woke in there, but the newspapers enjoy it. But this makes sense. This is in part actually doing better policing and in part being seen to be doing better policing. And I know that could just be seen as like PR, but it's not, because the impression of how well policed we are will impact crime and perceptions.
But is the sort of woke element that the police are less focused on going to people's houses for something they wrote on Facebook?
Yeah, I mean, but you can argue the funding. That I don't think they should be wasting their time doing that. But you know what? If you've managed to do all the crimes, check Facebook for all I care, but get your priorities.
But we know for a fact that they haven't done all the crimes. And in fact, Greater Manchester Police, oversaw disgusting crimes around grooming gangs and also, traditional sort of volume crimes around theft and things like that. And I know the police have sort of deprioritised a lot of, acquisitive crime, car crime, burglaries and things like that. And then they're putting all the money and resources into wearing rainbow outfits and, taking the knee at BLM parades. And, we don't need that stuff. Nobody's voting for that stuff. And also the police always seem confused. When they turn up to arrest somebody for tweets, they always seem confused about the law. And it's because it doesn't make any sense. If you're, the law should make sense and it should be easy and intuitive to avoid breaking the law. If you're getting arrested for retweeting a limerick, that doesn't make any logical sense.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. Amen to that.